Now, your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Looking at temperatures across the region, that'll generally climb to about 89 degrees by the time we hit 3 p.m. 82 degrees at 7, and we're looking at probably about 72 degrees by the time we get to midnight. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, you'll have about 66 degrees, and all through the period we should remain rain-free. So our rain comes perhaps this weekend in the form of an area of low pressure. It's called a tropical wave. We get tons of these during the summer season that move across the Atlantic waters. And this one perhaps will be close enough to us and have enough intact structure to produce some pretty decent rainfalls, particularly in parts of South Florida. Now, there are still some questions as to how its evolution will take place and what will happen with it. Some of the computer models suggest more of a formation once it teams up with a frontal boundary approaching and producing a low pressure area that could enhance rainfall even further over central Florida. Some models don't go with that kind of solution, but all of them do agree that by the time we get to Saturday, we'll see a great increase in moisture over the state of Florida, and it'll feel a lot more humid. That's one of the players that's in the forecast. We have a couple in progress. One, this high pressure ridge, which has been providing us with such stable, dry weather, is going to be replaced by a frontal boundary that'll kind of chip away at it with time. That frontal boundary, of course, producing some possibilities of severe weather again today in parts of Kansas and Nebraska and up into the Ohio Valley. Then this trough of low pressure, that tropical wave that I just pointed out, will be advancing toward the state of Florida, also kind of reducing the strength of this easterly flow that we've had around that high pressure ridge and allowing the sea breeze to build a little stronger, plus injecting moisture into our atmosphere, making it feel kind of humid. So the combination of all those things will provide us with a good chance of seeing some showers around. Our forecast calls for a northeast wind coming in at about 15 later on this afternoon and increasing in strength to about 15 knots. So right now we'll put today dry, tomorrow dry, and then on Saturday moisture increasing, clouding up a little bit, putting in about a 40% chance of rainfall. Same thing on Sunday, and perhaps a slightly better rain chance on Monday as the frontal boundary approaches and moves through. And then once all that happens, we'll get some drier air moving in that'll clear us all out. Scott?